Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Tuesday, April the 23rd, 2013, and the markets were up today. Oh no! Oh no! What do we do? That's kind of what I was getting all day today. People were freaking out, and I don't understand why. On Friday, this day here, we looked at the 19 major markets going around, the globe. And we said, we see a bounce, we expect that bounce to happen, and then it's going to peak. And so, what did we see? We saw a bounce. Of course, that's not really all that impressive to us because we saw that coming. And we talked about this back here. Previous shoulder high would be roughly where you peak out on the next time around. That's about here, 935 level. Okay, we're not quite there. We're kind of close, but we've got also the middle Bollinger Band line resistance point, the 50-day moving average. We're at or above that's where you want to do your really good shorting, right? We talked about that too. We told you we didn't see a lot more beyond that point because at that point over here, you'd be up here at that 70 line on the ultimate oscillator, like you are now, okay? Where you typically get those sell points where you roll over from. You remember that? Here too. And then here too. Right. Okay. That's why we told you all that was anticipated, because we knew that bounce was coming. It was not a big deal to us. We also talked about this point here. Remember this low point way back when? Lower than this low point here. So you actually have this downward slope here. Then we also talked about this low point that corresponds. And then this corresponding low point here. See, you're still moving up like that. Told you that was BS. It's going to break down. We're going to take out this. Well, that happened. Then that happened. Now we still haven't taken out this low. We're closer. We haven't taken it out. Now this has happened. What do you think's coming next? I don't know, Christian. Maybe we're going to go down and take out that low. You think so? That's awesome. That's just great. It's almost like you can, read a chart if you're using technical analysis. Is that what it's called? That's right. That is what it's called, because you're reading buy pressure and sell pressure. Pretty simple stuff. There's one little caveat here about simple. Not quite as simple. If you've been to technical school, if you've learned about technical analysis, you've probably heard that this candlestick right here, the Mariposa candlestick, is the strongest candlestick known to mankind. It's like the kryptonite for Superman. It's awesome, right? Complete buy pressure. There's no wick out of the top. There's no wick below. It looks like a perfect, just beautiful candlestick, right? Well, it's very rare, and it's actually not as strong as people would tell you it is. I prefer them to have a small wick out of the bottom and small wick out of the top. Those are more trustworthy. And whenever you see these are actually, in most cases, showing topping pressure. And the only very rare it will be the other way, but that typically requires a massive amount of volume behind it. You're not seeing that here. But in any event, so I wanted to bring this to your attention because people can look at this and be like, oh, it's a big market move. What do we do? Look at this one. There was a big day right there. It went from there all the way to there. And then there's one here also. Look at the low. Look at the high. No wicks. These are the strongest candlesticks known to mankind. My foot. All right. One more thing I'd like to point out very quick. We actually look at the high, or the close, I should say, of yesterday, and then the low of today. Ooh, what's that? Is that a gap? That is a gap right there. What if we go higher, Christian? Then what? I don't care. You always follow your chart. It's pretty simple. If you're overbought on the ultimate oscillator, look for an entry point on the sell side. Or at least take some profit, advance to stop, that kind of thing. If you're not, if you're looking at an oversold situation, then you look for a bounce. And so that makes sense as well. In this current situation, I see nothing about this market that is new. I mean, we even talked about this yesterday. We said this candlestick here, measured move, not a hammer bottom like we had over here. This is just a measured move where we've measured this distance here and expect that to be duplicated out the top, which puts you right in line with where we said it was going to be. It's almost like we know what we're doing, right? All right. What kind of thanks did we get? Well, let's go look right quick. Okay, yesterday we talked about the bounce nearing its end. We showed you the gold chart, told you we'd be rolling over. We'll show that in a moment. And we talked about the Russell 2000 will be doing exactly what we thought it would be doing. And then our little friend here, in response to that video, because of today's activity, he says, another blown call. At least you're consistently wrong. Did you even watch the video? Does your mom know you're using her computer? Okay. That's ridiculous. I can't understand why. And the reality is, it's not that he's mad at me or he's mad at the world or whatever. He's freaking out because of the move in today's price activity. That's it. That's what happens when people, get into the stock market and they think they can trade, and then they're like, oh, it's made a big move counter to what I thought it was going to do, and I'm going to cry. How is it the opposite of what you thought? If you watched any of the videos, we told you what would happen. Retards. Quick little glance here at silver. You can see we are breaking on down like we talked about with gold. We got also updated the gold chart and the silver chart on the free website at perfectstockalert.com. Again, all these things in line with what we said they would be doing. Remember this little detail here. Remember this little detail here. We told you this was just a current little pause in the overall downtrend. Analyze the volume. You'll see volumes in favor of the selling, not in favor of the little low volume sideways activities you have here. This is the first leg. This is the measured move. Then you have a second leg equal to the first. You're going lower. That's going to do what to commodities? It's going to do what to stock market? Oh, that's right. It's almost like we know what we're talking about. Quick little glance here at gold. Told you to look for this on the sell side as of yesterday, and then today if we got any confirmation we start shorting there. You did get some selling here, so you could have taken that as an advanced opportunity to get short, or you can keep an eye on it, look for a lower low. You're not seeing a lower low yet, and that's what actually be my confirmation. So if you get a lower low, even by a penny, even intraday, you could take that as a situation to get short. Main thing here is the volume is very much in favor of the move lower. You can see strong volume on the downside here, low volume on the little bounce, counter trend bounce here, and then starting to see a pickup in volume again on the sell side of gold. Main thing here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive days to the upside on the gold chart, and some people will be like, oh, that's very bullish. Well, guess what? It's not even half of a single down day in the actual bearish side. So the little 5 days to the upside didn't mean anything comparative to the size and the strength of the bearish move. So again, stay bearish in this market because you're in a downtrend and you short bounces. That's what you do. If you've not been to the free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we ask in return, learn to think for yourself, and we'll just make our own little opinion videos for you. Okay? God bless. Take care. See you in the next one. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.